Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest VI. Last time, what did we do? We got some ingredients for one ingredient at least, for some spells, a spell. Then came here and climbed the Cliffs of Insanity, the Cliffs of Logic. And that was quite a task. And now we're up here, and this old woman is telling us that we could have just flown up here. So that might make things easier for next time. So let's have some of this.
Alright. I'll try some of your berries.
Some nightshade. Nightshade is safe for human consumption, isn't it? Put that in like your soups.
Oh, goody.
Your pasta.
Eat quickly, dear boy, and I'll show you the way to the Lord and Lady of this isle.
What?
Slightly bitter, pretty one. Tickets up next.
And then there's some land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
Oh, nice. So yeah, Nightshade is bad.
But who are you, matron?
Who cares? I mean, I am only a poor old woman who wishes you well, handsome stranger. Think of me as your grandmama, if you like.
How can this plant give the power of flight?
Listen, son, I'll be happy to answer any questions you like, but only if you at least taste these delicious berries.
So I guess the rule with genies is that they can't kill you directly, but this genie is trying to lead us to kill ourselves repeatedly.
How can this plant give...
Okay.
Listen, son.
So let's just wait until...
Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude.
Well, that stuff does kind of kill us, so just gonna wait until you poof away.
All right then, stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
Huh?
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Alright then. Anyway, if you notice, there's actually a little cave behind this bush. So let's go inside there.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock.
Check out what's inside.
Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Oh, it wouldn't be a King's Quest game without a dark cave. Let me save here. Alright.
Dead end. Nothing that way.
Huh? Okay.
Dead end. Nothing that... Dead end. Dead end. Alexander can't see much of anything in the dark cave.
So it seems like we're
Dead
not
end.
really able to get
Dead
around very well because we can't see. But there's no giant monster that's going to try to kill us like in King's Quest IV. Alright, so luckily we have a tinderbox.
It feels exactly like a tinderbox.
So, let's, can we use that?
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
There we go, as you can see, there's a tiny little cave here.
Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack.
And what do we have here?
A plant grows on the grassy ledge. Smells like peppermint.
Alright, so these are peppermint leaves. So yeah, this is where the peppermint is made that the pawn shop owner has in stock, but he's out of them because of the conflict with the islands. So obviously this is where it comes from, but there's some sort of conflict that is keeping any more
Alexander
exports from
takes a few
happening.
leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah,
That's nice. Alright, let's get out of here.
Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave. Alexander can't see a thing.
Well, we can see this light here, so we don't have to relight our tinderbox.
Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
Alright. And I definitely suggest you save before you head up here. Definitely. Keep a backup save. So we'll go up here. Hello.
Look, an intruder! Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries. And if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
Hey.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
Ew. Another King's Quest IV flashback being flown to the leader of the
With
area.
what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The oracle or the crown? But since Al-Hazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Oh, snap.
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
Alexander has some sass when he needs to.
The catacombs' entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged One's guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
So, this is where Sierra really starts to show us true colors in this game. For the most part, you can't get stuck in any area, but this is a place where you can get stuck if you don't have the right items. If you haven't followed along as I have until this point, then you're going to be kind of screwed if you come in here. Alright, so the Catacombs is a maze, and you kind of have to just sort of figure your way around, and usually this is where you bring in the pen and paper, but luckily I have a map.
The walls of the catacombs are made of massive stone tiles. That's the north wall of the room. Niches in the wall form stone burial beds. Ancient bones lie crumbling on the unyielding rock.
Alright, so this place is pretty big, but I'll make my way through well enough. Hello, Mr. Rat. Let's see, go this way. This way. And then up here, it's a dead end. But this kind of sticks out here.
The remains of several unfortunate souls haunt the room. These bones seem more recent than the ancient catacomb bones that Alexander has seen so far. Perhaps they were victims of the Minotaur, or perhaps they died while wandering lost in the maze. 3 of the skeletons are completely intact.
Alright.
Alexander doesn't want to disturb that skeleton. He seems to have all his bones intact.
Oh, I
And
guess
it'd be a shame to break up the set.
I guess this one right here. There we go.
Alexander picks up the skull.
Alright. So you want the skull. Let's head back this way. And see what else this place has in store for us. Oh, hello. Let me save here.
The tiles directly in front of the exit doors do not bear any symbols. An image of a rose has been carved into that tile.
Interesting. Oh well. Let's,
Alexander decides to make a beeline for the exit from his current location. Alexander feels the tile he's standing on shift beneath his feet. Apparently not a good idea.
Ow.
Tickets up. Next.
3 spikes and you're out.
Oh, come on. So we can only step on certain tiles, and the rose seems innocuous enough. Let's try it like that, okay? Alright. And there we go. Alright, that was easy enough. You just don't step on any skulls, I guess. Oh, hello.
An old wooden shield hangs on the wall.
Let's grab that.
Alexander takes the shield from the wall.
So yeah, by the way, if you didn't say it, that tile puzzle, I believe that's just something from the manual. You have to look, and it says something about roses and sides, and there's a little poem in there you have to follow from it. Forgot what it is exactly. I'll put it up if I remember. Alright. Let's see what else there is to find around here. Ah, looks like it's a dead end. There's something strange around here, is there? I thought there'd be some last sparkle, but
Niches in the wall form stone burial beds. Ancient bones lie crumbling on the unyielding rock. Alexander notices that this skeleton has old coins over its eyes.
There we go. So yeah, you can't even see it from here. I thought there would be like some sort of sparkle or something, but no.
Alexander finds 2 coins on the skeleton's eyes. He takes the old coins.
So yeah, lots of stuff to find in here. It's an interesting place. Let me save the game before I head in there. Oh.
Alexander hears the distant sounds of a wild animal somewhere in the maze of rooms.
That actually kind of scared me a little bit. If we head in here...
It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside.
Uh-oh.
And the ceiling is coming down. The ceiling is grinding down with methodical determination, heedless of the human in its path.
No.
The gears are working furiously to lower the ceiling. Their great cogs interlock perfectly.
I don't want to become a Jill sandwich. I mean, Alexander
Alexander's
sandwich.
hands would be crushed to pieces in those gears. He can't stop them with his bare hands.
Well, I guess we'll just resign ourselves to our fate. Yeah, you can't even walk. The walk option is not available. What if you just lay down really flat?
With a sudden lurch, the ceiling completes its descent.
Yikes!
And presses Alexander into the floor like a bug under a heel.
Oh, that is... Oof.
Tickets up. Next.
Alexander never was much good at squash.
Oh, come on. Okay, so let's try that again.
It's a trap. The doors have sealed Alexander inside.
Now
And the ceiling is coming down.
Here's where you can actually get stuck. Remember that brick we got from the Isle of the Beast? If you don't have that, I don't believe you can get past this part. And you can't get out of the catacombs, so you will be stuck. But we have the
In
brick.
a desperate move, Alexander throws a brick into the grinding gears. The brick is caught between 2 cogs. The gears shriek and shudder. The mechanism grinds to a halt. The ceiling is stuck. The trap is sprung.
Alright. That was easy enough. Oh, jeez. I don't think the thing will ever actually find you, but, it's here.
Sounds! A trap floor!
Ooh. Ow.
Alexander seems to have fallen to a lower level of the catacombs. Wherever he is, the place sure is dark. Alexander can't even see his hand in front of his face.
Oh yeah, that is a weird feeling. I, went to Timpanogos Cavern, it was the day before yesterday, and, they have this part where they'll turn off all the lights in the cavern, and there's no light whatsoever, and it's a weird feeling just putting your hand in front of your face and not seeing a single thing. Anyway, another place where you can be screwed if you do not have the tinderbox here. So if you didn't grab that, well, too bad for you.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
Aha! So that's why it's dark in here. A torch is out.
Alexander lights the extinguished torch and puts his tinderbox away.
And there we go. Easy enough. Surprisingly enough, there's not that many things in this place that can actually kill you. There we go. Oh.
Somewhere, far off into the catacombs, the sounds of hooves faintly echo.
Yikes.
Alexander hears the sound of a wild beast again, this time so loud that the creature itself seems to be in the same room with him. The noises are coming from the other side of the east wall.
Really?
This room forms a cul-de-sac with the dead-end wall to the east.
Oh, whoops.
This room, the sounds came from behind the dead-end wall. Alexander examines the wall closely, but sees only a solid rock wall.
Well, luckily we have a solution to that, don't we?
Alexander puts the hole in the wall on the east wall. The hole in the wall trembles slightly with dread at the clammy feeling of the stones.
Oh, poor little guy, I'm sorry.
Alexander peers through the hole in the wall and sees just another room in the catacombs. Aha! Not just another room at all. So that's why Alexander couldn't find the Minotaur's lair. At least Alexander now knows the lair exists, somewhere in the maze on the other side of this wall. While Alexander contemplates what he's just seen, the hole in the wall, frightened by the Minotaur, makes a run for it. Alexander hopes the little creature finds its way home to the Isle of Wonder.
Me too. So yeah, another thing, I don't know if you actually need that or not, or if that's just like to help the player out and get some extra points. But more or less, if you don't have the hole in the wall with you and you're playing this blind, then of course you are screwed. So yeah, another case of being screwed with that. So there's 3 different items that you absolutely need. This is kind of a journey here. Yeah, we already know that the Minotaur is somewhere in here. Now all we know is that we need to get to the other side of that room, and that is in this direction. See, I don't know if you would be able to activate what's behind this tapestry if you hadn't used the hole in the wall here. So, can we confront the Minotaur, defeat him, and save the daughter of the rulers of this island? Well, you're just gonna have to find out next time on Let's Play King's Quest VI. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.